plan is the first thing your eyes see. He's got more follows than my boy Aragaisi. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin. Who cheated who, which engine that he hacking. He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a light from Truan. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board. It's only the other chap. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless. He rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction. The status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 all accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe, waiting's what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If sweatwork's what I believe, waiting's what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the absentness, daily practice his rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for elo farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. He locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. Now occasionally, he peeps the world of the tweet and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining in his dust, staying with their week-old ratings. Blast past his week-old rating, each week's a new occasion. He never takes vacation, the work is entertaining, the growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I give up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If sweatwork's what I believe, waiting's what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo!
Welcome to the dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to gloat when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the club is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see. He's got more follows than my boy Aragaisi. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin. Who cheated who, which engine that he hacking. He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a light from Truan. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board. It's only the other chap. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless. He rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction. The status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 all accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe, waiting's what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If sweatwork's what I believe, waiting's what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the absentness, daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for elo farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. He locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work will work, work never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work will work, work never stop. Now occasionally he keeps the world a bit tweaked and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining in his dust, staying with their week-old ratings. Blast past his week-old rating, each week's a new occasion. He never takes vacation, the work is entertaining, the growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I give up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo.
Welcome to the dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to glow when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the cup is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see. He's got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hands, and Karyakin. Who cheated who, which engine
That
did he
ain't
hack in?
my
He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a like from Truan. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board, it's only the other chat. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the absentness, daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for elo farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. He locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work will work, work never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work will work, work never stop. Now occasionally he keeps the world a bit tweaked and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining in his dust, staying with their week-old ratings. Blast past his week-old rating, each week's a new occasion. He never takes vacation, the work is entertaining, the growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo. I give up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo. It's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo. I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo. Welcome.
Welcome to the dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to gloat when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause their cup is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Paradise. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin, who should who, which engine that he hacking. He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a like from Truan. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes, true not over the board. It's only the other chap. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless. He rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction. The status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 all accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo. It's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo. I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo. It's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo. I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got in.
Have you seen my chest dojo hat?
The apps as daily practices with them. He even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic. Postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for elo farming. With no pad and pen, he built up calluses. Escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. He locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work, never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work, never stop. Now occasionally he peeps the world of the tweet and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining and his dusting. Their week-old ratings, blast passes week for rating. He tweaks a new occasion, he never takes vacation. The work is entertaining, growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo.
All right, my friend, sorry that took me forever. But David has a cool rap, so it's not that bad. So, I go. All right. So, DM Hokey, thank you for subscribing, buddy. Okay, Filet de Fish, thank you for being here too. All right, the first thing, actually, I'm going to change the screen. Bam. And I'm going to put in the, let's call it the deets for this game we're going to review here. So I was white. You always have to click into this field. And Chess Dojo Twitch isn't working for me. Hopefully it's working. Good. Yes, sir. So Cry, I was about 2380. Soft, I'm going to get back up, buddy. CM Flack is this dude named Giersch, kind of talented kid. Am I spelling it right? I think it's no C in there. Just a Giersch. And we got to look him up. So, Giersch chess. All right, Daniel Giersch. Born 2004, so 21. An old man already by chess standards. And he is about 2,200. Let's look at his little progress chart. What are we doing here? Okay, so 2,200. Does he have any kind of title? No title. All right, result. I won this one. This is the tournament that I've been looking at for a while. So it's been a while for me to get it done, but it's slowly getting done. All right, this is DC International. And we're going to set the time here. Time control, rather. This is 0130 plus 30. Okay. And there we go. I'm just looking at his stats. He's kind of jumping around. He hit a high of 2250. Very ambitious player. I think definitely is trying to make it, but also has, I think, a job now. I think. I don't know. Talked to him after the game. Cool kid. All right. So, let me get rid of this. Also, I'm watching this game. This is my students' game in the 65 plus of the 65 plus senior championship. And oh my God, my guy just agreed to a draw. It breaks my heart. No, we shouldn't have taken a draw. Come on now. Come on now, Joel. You're better in this position, and you have... all right, so that's disappointing. We're going to get that out of here. Now, we go game review, my friends. Ba-boom. Shabooms. All right. Horse lover, thank you for following us. All right, so, my friends, let's go. D4, knight f6. And he came to the board a touch late, just a second, but I'm going to write it in anyway. Knight f3, d5, c4. And all right. Like round 3, I am experimenting based on what I see in the DB. I noticed that he normally doesn't play d5. Hence, if he did, he might be prepped against the London. And when he did, he generally played the odd knight bd7. Okay. So c4, e6, knight c3, knight bd7. And I don't know, it's not a terrible move. It's just weird to me. Why would you do that? In any case, it's not a bad move. I played e3. I was drawn to this move as it isn't regular, but can't be bad. And actually, what we'll check is it true? I think, okay, so the theory is that if I look in the database, it's not going to be top move. Let's go look. Oh, actually, I have to shift scenes for you to see that. Correct. So you see E3. I mean, it's played. It's just not very common. All right. Let's continue to have the database open for a second. Because basically, I think the best move here would be C6 and you're transposing to a semi-Slav. You can do anything. He plays A6. And, all right. And he thought a little bit about it. Ooh, and there's our list of choices there. So I ended up playing C5, which has the highest win rate. That doesn't mean much to me. But B3 also makes some sense to me. CD5 I don't really like. Okay. So let's first adjust the clock. I'm going to say 0126. 0126. All right, good. And okay, change scene. And now I thought for a touch and played C5. And I have 0124. All right. So now we are both just playing chess. B3 is the most common move, and I did consider it, but I don't regret my choice. Okay, so he now thinks for a long time and plays Queen E7. And I'm going to give it an interesting move mark. We're going to say 0119. Definitely a strange move to understand. Why not G6 directly? We're going to look in the database later. I don't want to prejudice myself too much by looking at the database. Alvin wants me to rap. Maybe someday. Okay, so he is attending E5. G6, bishop G7, castles. At first I thought this was a mistake. My first gut reaction. And we're going to say, was the concern he shared in our postmortem. Well, maybe I understand, actually. Because I have c6 coming. Actually, in the notes, I decided that this was not a problem, but maybe this is kind of a little issue in the tissue. Oh, I'm dying. All right, we'll say this looks bad, but right, I had another idea here in my notes. Knight e4, e5. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Okay, so we'll say even if black can't or doesn't have to play this move order, the Q is still fine here. Okay. And I played bishop e2. We are going to just say that b6 was my round 9 game against Stearman. Excellent. So I'll just come back to that in another day. Okay, so bishop e2. We want to say about that is of course I wasn't entirely sure what was happening, but knew I needed this move and didn't want to spend too much time. Okay, e2, g6. 112. I played b4, and I'm going to give myself a weird move mark for this. And we're going to say 115. Like queen e7, this move isn't bad, but is played for the wrong reasons. Because black's development felt slow, I was hoping for a quick opening of the position with b5, but that is misguided. Okay. Yellow, I have not been playing a lot of games. I need to play more. I need to play about 40 a year. So, and I'm struggling just to get these games that I played annotated. I'm playing another tournament over Thanksgiving. Big tournament, U.S. Masters with Kosia, with everybody else in Charlotte. How did I do? I gained like 5 rating points, but I was crushing. I was in the final run up to the end. I was ready to be winning first, and I lost my last 2 games. Oh, it was very brutal. Okay, so b4, bishop g7. castles. 0, 1, 11. And we'll say if b5 AB, knight b5, queen d8, if nothing else. What is white doing? Okay, remember that was kind of my weird intention, so I lost a little time on the clock thinking about b5. Castles. Again, 0, 1, 10. And now I got a4, and this is a mistake. So I'm going to call this the first actual mistake of the game. Poor. Poor, although natural. And queen b3, c6, bishop b2, e5. We'll look at rook e8 in a second here too. e5. Knight e5. Knight e5. Pawn takes. Queen takes. If knight g4. And then we're better. So queen e5. Knight a4. And I'm going to call this an advantage for white. Oh, excuse me, not knight a4. Idiot. Knight b5. Maybe knight a4 is also an advantage, but I was just looking at it here, 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 here. Advantage. Not a huge advantage or anything, you understand, but it is a pleasant position. Am I winning the ancient bet against Kostya to be higher rated? I guess so. Both of us have not performed, dude. And so I guess it's Kostya's trying to become GM. He's got a long road. I'm trying to get back. My goal is to get a high enough rating that I qualify to the U.S. Senior Closed without having to do qualification tournaments. That's my situation. Okay. And so for that, I need to be like 24-20 or something. And why I'm not up there, God, it kills me. I'm going to get up there. I'm coming back. All right. So, e5. He's got 109 here. He's playing these moves quickly. And I play bishop b2. 0107. And now he plays e4, which I thought was a mistake. And he's at 0105. Prematurely releasing the tension. And now I'm playing the French. Yeah, that's right. So rook e8. I don't know if you even want to give that move an exclam. It's so obvious, but and it's not clear how I proceed. Showing why A4 was a mistake. All right, so actually what we also want to do is we go back here, and there's another variation with, so rook E8 here, and now I believe it's knight A4. Excellent. And I'm only giving it an excellent because here I'm using the A4 square. I don't know if yeah, I'm a little better here. A little better. Okay. Ute. A4, E5, boom, boom, boom. Knight D2, that's going to be obvious to me. And let's give myself a plus. There we go, 0107. Say it seemed I had the jump on the queen side. Okay, so now a weird move here, rook D8, and we'll say mistakes come in pairs. This move seems motivated by the desire to not play C6. But he will have to. His previous moves also suggest he didn't want to do it. Okay. Should he have done? He should have played rook E8 or just the simple C6. And we'll say as we'll see, the rook clearly belongs here. Overprotection of E4. Okay. Right. Jay's asking why is E4 a mistake? He clearly felt it wasn't a mistake either. And I think I've already said it, but the main reason is I don't know I can't really easily take on E5. And if I can't, then I can't resolve the situation in the center. Whereas here I know exactly where all my pieces want to go now. Now it's clear. So rook D8. This was 59. And I played B5. This was so now again, my last two moves are easy to play. And now he plays C6, which I think is correct. And he plays it fairly quickly, even though it seems like, hey, what, you didn't want to do it before. Okay, so also knight F8, C6 I think is an exclam. Right. If b6, a5 with attack. All right, so there was another thing actually somewhere in here. He had some variation where he was like playing b5 or something. I don't even know what it was. It was some weird variation I didn't even understand. We talked about it in the postmortem, but I couldn't, in my analysis too, I couldn't figure out where he was playing b5, and he was some sack on b5. I don't even know. Okay, so c6, and I played bc, bc, a5, and I'm playing it fast. Remarkably similar to the game and dynamic of round 6 of the U.S. Senior Open. Wow, yellow. Yeah, we should check about who's doing the most. All right, so now knight f8, played quickly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give him one of those played too quickly. Black should at least consider other ideas. So maybe is interesting. I still believe in the white position, but you know, he's going to talk to me a little bit here in this position. Now, that's not to say knight of A is necessarily wrong, but it's going to go bad pretty soon here. Knight A4, and I played that quickly. Then he plays bishop F5, understandable. Pretty quickly, 59. I played rook B1. So just to be clear, he escapes my knight on B6, taking one of his pieces, but now my rook is going to come to B6. So H5, bishop C3. All right, first of all, H5, he's got 53. And bishop C3, I believe I played that instantly. This is all part of a plan, so I can play this part quick. And now H4. Okay, I'm going to give this a funky move, Mark. Again, we'll check the computer after it's all done. So, not certain about this move. He loses the G4 square as a pivot. Okay, now I play, so you could imagine knight e6. You can imagine knight g4. All these things are questions. All right, h4, and I played rook b6. And I did it kind of fast. It's 59 actually, so 59. What we want to say is my intuition in these positions has always been to allow H3. But I know the comp never likes it. Here, it seemed that H3 was too risky, or rather was unnecessarily risky. Unnecessarily risky. All right. I think white's better in both, but let me just show this variation I have over here. I did a couple variations here in my notes. So, knight h7, rook b6, queen e6, bishop a6. I think this bishop's got to go. Now knight g5. Looks scary. Queen e2. And it seems black has nothing, as I can always play f3, f4. All right. Also in this position, I could consider rook a6 too, just as a variation. And then we want to look, the other scary thing is g5. Rook b6, queen e6, bishop a6, g4, hg, bishop g4, bishop e2. It's still kind of scary. Kind of scary. But I don't know, I'm going to say clear advantage white. The computer might disagree with me, but, and then also the other thematic thing here, be on bishop a6 to take the thing and then play g4. That's kind of scary, isn't it? I don't know. This is why I didn't do it. This is why I didn't do it. Okay. Rook b6. Again, the computer really doesn't like it whenever this goes down. All right, queen c7. Sometimes, by the way, I'm not paying close enough attention to chat. We got some questions from Jay Anand, and he's asking what was the point of bishop f5. Overprotection of e4 as Lamialis notes, but also to get out of the way of knight b6. So if I was able to land on knight b6, then I would take the bishop, unprotect a6, then land with the rook on b6. And the bishop on f5 is important for the dreams of a counterattack or an attack on my king. If he loses the bishop, it's going to be harder for him to mate me. And at this stage of the game, it is quite clear. It is quite clear. Dude must mate me. Okay. So we'll say clever, but the Q doesn't seem to belong here. Rather wants d7/e6 for a light square attack. So we can imagine h3. I'm going to guess that's what the computer wants, by the way. h3, g3, queen e6, rook a6, and we'll say not allowing the exchange sack. Okay. All right. Here we go. Not allowing the exchange sack. Rook takes, bishop takes, knight h7, bishop e2, knight g5. And let's put it a6. Seems winning. Okay. Queen c7. I think I found a good move here. Nice prophylactic. I'm sure this is the kind of thing where the computer never, well, I don't know, the computer might like it. Claiming that besides the knight g4 trick, the queen is misplaced on c7. So now, let's just be clear. If I had taken, there's some counterplay here. But now, with rook e1, I am intending knight f1 on any of that stuff. Okay, so rook e1, bishop c8. And this was his intention, to hold the pawn. Is that 45? h3 would be the other way to play. My sense of the position is that if you play h4, you should play h3. All right, bishop c8. Queen b3, 51. Knight h7, 41. Rook b1, 50. And now rook a7, 32. And I'm going to say, I had not foreseen this defense when I played rook e1. All right, so what's the intention here? First of all, I just want to penetrate into the position, right? Okay, so okay, 7. Fortunately for me, I have a reasonable move here with queen d1. 46. Aiming at a6 and helping her man. Let's give it an exclam. Bishop b7. Black's position is difficult, but curling up in a ball to protect the a6 pawn can't be it. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to glow when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the cup is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see. He's got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin. Who cheated who, which engine did he packing? He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a light from Truan. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board, it's only the other chap. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last lap. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he moves his inaction away.
All right, we're back here. This isn't Lee Chess Vic Creator. This is the Chess Dojo. All right, so bishop b7, queen f1, 43. Now I'm doing great. I have the time advantage and the positional advantage. Rook da8, so sad. So sad. 32. And now I quite simply play rook 4b3. Simple chess, 35. Now, with the idea of, say, stopping, soft stopping, bishop c8 with knight b6. My sense is and was that white is strategically winning. All right, so he plays g5. And why? Because all of his pieces are over there. In fact, and I can now start playing on the king side because his pieces aren't working there. All right, g5, h3. I got 34 here. He plays g4, kind of funky move. We're going to call this desperation. Desperation. HG 27. Knight G5. 18. And I played G5. I played Queen D1. 27. That was my intention. Rook E8. 16. And now the brutal Knight B6. Yep. I mean, this is plus minus. All right. Bishop H6. 16. Knight F1. King G7. Bishop E1. Let's give that an exclam, buddy. Let's give that an exclam. Bring the pieces around. My force count is higher. Bishop E1. Queen E7. F4. 22. EF. GF. Knight H7. Now I got to admit I don't know which Knight H7 it is. That's got to be this one. I don't know. He's got 10 left. Queen C2, 17. Queen F6, I don't know. And I play Queen F5, just keeping it simple. He takes, pawn takes, Knight H3. 4 minutes left. King H2, Knight F4, Bishop D1. Bishop C8, Knight takes, Rook takes. And then EF. We're going to say my opponent played on from here, should have resigned. Okay, I'm not going to put in the rest of the moves. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to look at the database and the analysis. Now, one minor bummer is when I put it over here to this other frame, you can't entirely see it, but it's necessary to see things like the time graph and other business. So here we go. So first we're going to look at the time situation. Oh, something happened wrong here. Why did this happen? Okay, this is something I need to fix. So time control. Okay, wait, we're going over here. Oh, wait. Initial time. Okay, I don't know why it was doing that. 0:30. Bonus time, 30. I think I did it because I did it from like move 3 or something. There we go. He actually gets a better time management score than I do, but I'm totally happy with my time usage there. In fact, if it had gone on, I don't need to think anymore at the end. So, in any case, great. Now, we want to go look in the database of what people played after C5. C6, B6, G6, and then we have one with Queen E7, which might in fact be my game. Let's see. No. All right. So white played b4 in that game. I played bishop e2. We might transpose. Let's just go a couple moves. We'll see if we transpose here to some other game. No. Okay, good. So now we'll look at the evil monster here. In fact, it's probably best to go game review for this, because then you can see it a little bit better. Wow, dude. And it's saying b6 is the move. So, story time. I played c5 in round 9. My opponent played b6, and I had assumed, when I played c5 in my game, and I'll do this game eventually, but I had assumed that b6, c6 was too much play for white. Computer disagrees, as you can see. Okay. So, queen e7. And now queen a4 did not cross my mind at all. I don't understand queen a4. What is the point of queen a4, bro? What are you doing? Queen a4. Oh, it is so weird. I can't even fathom it. Why queen a4? All right, hold on. Let's just play around here with this engine. So queen a4. What if he just plays c6? No intendo. He wants b4. Well, let's say rook b8. Oh, it's hectic. Look at this one. Bishop d3. e5. e4. I don't want any part of this, dude. All right, we'll say best play for Stockfish. I'd never consider this ever. All right, so bishop e2, g6. Still likes queen a4. b4. Bishop g7. Castles. Castles. And so, interestingly, the computer is already of the opinion that black is completely fine. Even likes my move a4, which I stand by. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's look at my variation with queen b3, c6, bishop b2. I thought white was better here. It's saying no. e5. Knight takes, pawn takes. de5. Queen e5. Knight b5. Oh. We're just going to say AI totally unimpressed by white's position. Okay, I guess. To me, it looked kind of cool. You know? To me, it didn't look so bad. So, a4, e5. Ooh, c6 is an interesting move. So bishop b2 is well, I don't know if it's a mistake. All right, so look at this, e4. It's claiming, by the way, that it's all equal. So we're going to say SF says equal. Black man even like black better. All right, rook d8's got to be a weird move, though. b5, c6, takes. It doesn't like my next plan. I don't even understand knight a2. Huh, it doesn't like my move. Knight e8. Do I understand knight e8? All right, let's just go here for a second. So knight e8, knight e8. All right, queen a4, whatever. My intention would be knight a4. So knight a4. Let's do your weird move. Knight c7. Do I understand this? Oh, it wants to go to b5. Oh. Okay, let's give this an exclam. Intending knight here, knight here. Well, that's actually something that's not that's not dumb at all. I think a human might find that too. So, knight a4, bishop f5. b1 likes my move. h5, bishop c3. All right, so h4 is on the list. So when we talk about the evaluation of knight d2, for both me and my opponent in the post-mortem, this was the natural position after you play knight d2. Look at this though, it does not want h3. Nah, that's good, dude, that's good, it doesn't want it. So let's go back over here, and we'll say SF doesn't want it, exclam. So as I said, usually it does. It felt too dangerous for me. So here we go, rook b6, queen c7. Now, will it like my rook e1? It's not even pondering my rook e1, friends. It's not even pondering rook e1. Uh-huh. It's funny, I had already committed kind of to not playing h3. So we'll say h3, queen c8. We'll see here. All right, so it thinks this is better. All right, why is rook e1 terrible? We're about to find out. Because he still plays, now it wants h3, friend. Okay, well, there I said it. My sense of the position is that if you play h4, you should play h3. And Stockfishes agrees. Okay. All right, so bishop c8, horrendo. It doesn't like my queen b3, though, because it wants to... So it really doesn't like this h3 when black gets it. You can see it. So it was just a one situation where it doesn't want it. Rook b1, I still wants h3 from me. Still wants h3 from him. Queen d1. Now it likes my position. That wasn't it, huh? Queen f1. da8. 6. g5. Look at that. h3, finally. Finally. And now g4 is really too much, right? Yeah. Okay. Good times. Good times. So, next up, we got to save this bad boy. So we'll go save. Save and publish. And then we'll go this. And then we'll go here. Oh, sometimes you have to refresh or something. And Annotated classical game. Today I'm gonna give myself. Ooh, I have to do yesterday too. Did I do anything yesterday? I did not, bro. Darn it, I'm running low on my hours today. I only did. So yeah, I get an hour today. But we're gonna do games. Update. And then I go training plan. Savage Parts, thank you for subscribing. I go over here and I go here, and I did a post-mortem with this guy. It was forever ago, so we gotta put it back. It's like over here. And we did a good post-mortem. I'm gonna give myself, that was like a 45-minute post-mortem. I'll go up and I'll say update. Okay, super cool. And I think Yellow is in like, he could tell me, but I think he's in like the 2200 score one. Let's just go see. Full dojo. And then I go over here and I go 22. Now he might have a different name over here. Cross Online is here. So one of those might be Yellow. So he's 2100, okay. Oh shoot, wrong one. Yellow, what's your name here? Michael Polak. Oh, I don't see it, bud. I don't see. Oh, 2001, 2100. Okay, great. There he is over here. So super cool. Let's go click on Michael Polak. Oh, he's young and ambitious. He's young and ambitious. Oh, he's gonna start crushing soon, man. All right, got a good tactics rating. Let's pop this out. Joined in the summer and has been pretty diligent recently. You can see all of his green check marks here. He's trying to do 7 hours, and he's doing more than 7 hours. Oh, well over 7 hours recently. One thing actually, Michael, that I can recommend is like I set mine to 15 hours a week. And I even tell myself like which days I'm gonna do how many hours. Like today, it's a busy day for me. If I got 1 hour in, it's honestly the best I can do on a Friday. But you can type in how many you want a day and how much you want a week. And so if you're doing this much, you know, you should maybe put it a little higher. You were saying 2 hours a day, then you could put it at 14 hours, you know. One thing I'm trying to talk the dojo into as well is, in addition to having a weekly goal, it seems cool to me to have a monthly goal. So like when I go to mine, I think it's unfair that I have some X's here, because on some days, some weeks I'll do a little less, but other weeks I might do enough to like maybe meet a weekly quotient of like 15 hours a week, you know? Yeah. Okay, great. That makes sense to me. Yellow. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I got to have lunch. I gotta go dojo meetings. I got a podcast to record. Thank you for being here. We're definitely gonna raid Houseline. Houseline is helping the dojo out immensely. So hey, say hi to that dude. Really cool content creator. He's helping us with some vids and all. Say hi to the Houseline. Bye, everybody.